In X6, we have a new toolbar found under Layout, and it's called the Layout toolbar. This toolbar helps us to work with text in ways that we'll learn about in our upcoming projects. For now, Z on my keyboard, and I'm going to zoom in to this area here. We now have the ability to insert placeholder text into a text frame. Right-click and choose Insert Placeholder Text. This text comes from a file we've pre-created and saved into My Documents. Also new to CorelDRAW X6, if we come up to View, Grid, we can turn on Baseline Grid. This gives us the ability to align the text within our text frames. If I right-click on this text frame and choose Align to Baseline Grid, my text automatically aligns to this grid. If I do the same with each text frame that I'm using, I now have the ability to perfectly align my text layout. Power clipping has also undergone some enhancements. If, for example, I select this frame, right-click, I can then come to Frame Type and create Empty Power Clip Frame. An X appears inside letting me know it's a power clip frame. I can then select an image such as this one or an object and place inside the power clip frame. Once I have a power clip, if I select the power clip, the new power clip toolbar automatically appears. Here I can edit, select power clip contents to move around, extract the contents, or I can choose various options to fit the contents to that frame. Also new to X6, we now have alignment guides. If I turn on the alignment guides and then select this power clip and move over my design, you'll see the various alignment guides begin to appear, helping me to align to the other objects that exist within my design. The edge of the page, the edge of an object, the center of an object, etc. Once I've aligned, release my object and it's perfectly placed within my design. Another great new feature is the ability now to add page numbers. Found under Layout, Insert Page Number, we have a number of options and I'm going to choose On All Pages. We can change the colour, the font type and the size, etc. and manually reposition wherever we want. If, for example, I were to place to the far right hand side, that's the place on every page the number will appear. If I place it centre here, that, of course, is where the number will appear on every page. And to learn more about page layout, be sure to review the videos we have here called Working with Page Layout. X6 ships with a number of OpenType fonts. I've listed just a few of the highly regarded typefaces here. For this demonstration, I'm using Gabriola. And the best way to work with typeface is to open up the newly improved Object Docker, found under Window, Dockers, and the Object Properties Docker. In this Docker, we have a new section now which highlights for us if a typeface has OpenType capability. As you can see, there are some grayed out areas. However, with this typeface, there are some available areas. If, for example, I turn on Stylistic Set and I choose this option, you can see the effect is applied to the typeface. Another way to work with OpenType features is to double-click and with the text tool, select all the characters that you wish to affect. And a little arrow will now appear. If I click on this little arrow, and I will see a visual display of all the OpenType features available for the highlighted text, making working with OpenType very easy. Generally, OpenType features are utilised by professional graphic designers and typesetters, but it's made very easy here in CorelDRAW X6. We have a new Docker called the Object Styles Docker, found under Window, Dockers, and Object Styles. A style is a group of formatting attributes that defines the properties of an object. For example, if I click this plus alongside of styles, I can choose any one of these properties to create a style. For example, let's create a fill style. From the Docker, I can adjust the fill style using solid colors or a fountain fill, pattern fill, texture, etc. Once I've defined the parameters of this style, I can select one or more objects and simply click Apply to Selected. It's very convenient to actually be able to select objects based on the style that's been applied. For example, if I right-click, I can choose Select Objects using this style. And CorelDRAW also lets us create style sets. A style set is a collection of styles that helps us define the appearance of an object. For example, if I click plus and create a new style set, from this flyout, I can choose what properties will be part of this style set. I can choose more than one. If I click outline, I can then come back and also select fill and slowly build up the attributes of this style set. If I adjust, say I choose a light red color, I can also change the outline properties, select an object, and then simply click apply to the selected object. Control Z, I'll undo. I can also adopt properties from another object. So if I right click on this style set and choose copy properties from, and for example I can easily copy this gradient fill. Select the background and simply apply to selected. It's a great way to build up a number of styles and easily apply those styles throughout your design. In the same way we copied the properties of this portion of the Deere logo to the style set, we can also copy the properties of some text. So if I right click on the style set, copy properties from, and click on this piece of text, the Docker will automatically update now with character information, including the typeface, the uniform fill, outline settings, etc. Always remember that the character has its own fill and outline settings, and objects have their own outline and fill settings. Now all I have to do is select this piece of text, click apply, and automatically it's updated with all of the same attributes. As well as creating styles and style sets, we can also set the default object properties for any one of the many objects you may create while designing. Once you've created all of your object styles and your defaults, you can easily export these as a style sheet for importing later or passing on to another designer. In fact, all of these settings can easily be set as the new document defaults for every time you create a brand new document. In addition to the new Object Styles Docker, we have another Docker found under Tools called the Color Styles Docker. There are two sections to this Docker. The top section allows you to create a color style as well as the second section, but this section allows you to use those colors to create or generate a harmony. If I select the background here and drag onto the harmony area, these are the colors from that object that will be placed in this folder to create a group of colors that we can then create a harmony from. So if I click OK, these are those colors. So if I select this harmony folder, you can see a harmony editor appears. And the way this works is, if for example I rotate this, you'll notice how the colors up here are changing, but they change in what we call harmony. In other words, colors that work well together. I can change all of these. I can select any one color and then begin to move each particular color node to a different location in the harmony editor, creating a different effect or a different look. Once I'm happy with my end result, deselect, and then I can rotate this, rotating through different types of colors. In fact, what we call rotating through a harmony of colors. And as you can see, the results are colors that always work together. I can also select another object and then double click any of these colors to apply that color to that object. Now as I rotate the harmony wheel, that object also will change in harmony with the other colors. If I were to take the color gray, for example, and drag and drop to this upper area, this color style, and then select this object and right click to give it an outline of the color gray, select this object, right click on the color to give it an outline of the color gray. Now as I rotate through the various harmony of colors, as you can see, the outline of gray doesn't change. However, I can select that color and I can independently change it so that both objects update at the same time with that selected color. Back to the harmony, rotate through, and as you can see, the new Color Styles Docker gives you complete control over your graphic design where color is concerned. Of course, once you are happy with your end results, you can easily export this as a style sheet or save all of these color styles as new document defaults.